What's poppin', my beautiful souls, my healing angels? Empress J back at you, the healing oracle, with another message for another day. Um, so don't mind me. I look a little tired. Had a long day. Um, got a little bit of music, a little vibe going as usual. I'm gonna try to always have a little vibe going for us. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's talk about a couple things. First of all, if you are around people, okay, and you are on this spiritual journey, because everything that we're going to talk about on my channel is going to be about your spiritual awareness, your spiritual awakening, and we're going to touch base on different things, but it's all going to come back to our spiritual awakening and what we need to be doing to keep ourselves okay. All right, because nobody's really talking about that. Nobody's talking about to us like how are we keeping ourselves up here. Like there are a lot of readers, but I'm going to break it down in a way that maybe some people haven't been able to get it from other people. You know, um, and remember, as always, my messages come from spirit. They come from my higher self, and it's always going to be things that, like, I ask them to give me the messages, give me the words that I need to say. Okay, so with that being said, while you're on your spiritual awakening, you are on your journey. You're gonna have to make sure that the people you're around make you feel sane, okay? Continuing with your spiritual awakening. Like, cause sometimes we be around certain people that like really frustrate us, and the level of what they talking about be so surface level. And like I have said this before in my other messages, I don't do surface level conversations because I can't really get into that because I'm such a deep thinker, okay? And when you know you're a deep thinker, you need to be keeping your eye out for other deep thinkers. When you see a lot of people that's on the surface level, those are the people you need to kind of know how to handle with a long handle spoon. You don't engage too much with those who can't dig a little deeper, dive a little deeper, because it will make you go insane sometimes. And you need people to help you contain your sanity, okay? Which is what we need to be doing for ourselves at all times. But there's a lot of times you'll have a conversation, you'll be at a good place, and you have a conversation with somebody, and they take your whole mentality, like how you was feeling, it'll drop. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the people that you surround yourself with, the music you listen to. You know what I'm saying? I'm always talk about everything as a whole because everything that we surround ourselves with is um, going to be a part of our thought process. It's going to be a part of how we're feeling at that moment because we are but, you know what I'm saying, spirit in this human vessel. And a lot of times when you are very spiritual, your emotions and you're taking so much energy and your emotions are always like they go up and down, especially if you take in energy from other people. And there are times when like you could look at somebody and you could feel their pain. You gotta look away. So it's a lot of times the same thing with somebody with a bad, with the irritated energy at that moment or agitated mindset. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for that stuff. Like now that we're aware of ourselves, we have to be aware of others too. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole movement. This is a way of living. This isn't something that we wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want to be spiritual." No, you ask for answers. Okay, you start asking for answers from your higher power, and the answers are in the form of your intuition and they will guide you to those who can help with those questions. You know what I'm saying? Different content that will allow you to excel on that spiritual level, emotional level that you need to be on. But you have to be aware that you have to be careful of the company that you keep because that will definitely come into play with the thoughts that you seek, the thoughts that come into your mind. You have to be very careful. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, even if it's only one. If all you can find is one, if that's all that was sent to you was one, that's your tribe right there. You will build on that at a later date. Might not ever, might be that one person is all you need. hopefully your significant other, if you have one, is on your level. But if you're like me, you ain't got that. I have a cousin, complete spiritual level. We are on the same page. So when I say that to say, make sure that you recognize other people who recognize you. Make sure that you are giving of yourself to the right people. Make sure you're not spending your time doing things and talking to people that's surface level if you're not. If you require digging a little deeper in conversations, then you better make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who dig a little bit deeper. Because for myself, for years, I surrounded myself with people who were surface level. And I had to stay surface level. And anytime I tried to dig a little deeper, I was considered weird. Or I was considered, oh, she talks too much or she knows everything. No, I don't know everything. I'm wise. I don't really know, like, if you know that the universe is so broad and vast and it's big, bigger than big, than big, than big, then you know that there is so much knowledge out there, okay? But when you are on the search for the knowledge, you become wise as the years progress. As you go through different things, you start to take in a lot of the lessons and it starts to exude off of you. Anytime you start talking to people, you just come off as who you are. You understand what I'm saying? You come off as that wise person. You come off as that person who knows a lot of things because you know a lot of things. You done been through some shit that most people have not and may not ever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you have to make sure that you're paying attention to yourself. When we're paying attention to yourself, then you start paying attention to the company you keep and the words that you say to these people, and making sure that if you got like-minded folks around you that's really like-minded, like you could really vibe with this person for hours and hours, that's your tribe, okay? 5:48 on the clock, that means something. You hear what I'm saying? Make sure you vibing with that person and y'all are building, okay? Because what you're doing is you're building on your foundation. Sometimes we have to do the beginning building blocks by ourselves. But then as we're searching and we're looking for more, because we're students, you know what I'm saying? And the ancestors know that now. They, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So then you start asking, like, when you're ready, spirit be like, all right, they align. So I'm gonna make sure that they connect. And then you start filling the cup of your other person, fill each other's cup up with knowledge. Like I go out of my way to find things to talk about with him because he'll give me a different insight. You know what I'm saying? And the conversations be beautiful. My soul is always filled when I get done talking to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And it's like also with my children, my oldest son, and my other kids too. It's just like they fill my cup. Together we build. So you better make sure you also talking to your babies. Feed their brain. The mother is the first teacher of the child. You better make sure that you have some good things to give. Okay, because they're seeds, so you gotta water them so that they could grow and be beautiful. Sometimes it's hard. You can have 3 or 4 different kids and have to use different approaches for different children as they age. We don't have all the answers, but we can seek them, and then we are put in places where we get help. There's other people who you can bounce your information off of, your ideas off of, or get some of their insight. You know what I'm saying? When the student is ready, the teacher will come. When you are really ready for this, then you ask for everything you need. You write your intentions down. You burn in your candles. You're talking to your ancestors when you don't know the answers. You like constantly, and you may look crazy to people because on this spiritual journey, man, we don't look the same. You can tell a person who's on a journey. You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference. Just need to pay attention, because most of us have telltale signs that we on a journey. We protect it, and we let people know because we constantly protecting ourselves with our crystals, our amulets, our bracelets. Like most times, head wraps. You if you're paying attention you will see the things that are hidden to the untrained eye. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you pay attention to the things, that others don't pay attention to. Let's train our eyes. Let's train this third one. You know what I'm saying? Because these two you can see. But without that third one completely open, you really can't see clearly. Pay attention to the people that you're around. Pay attention to the information that you take in. Constantly paying attention. You are not listening to things that are not on the same vibration as you that day. Okay, one day I may be listening to Green Tea Peng because I want that nice mellow mood. Other times I might be listening to Love Dorsey where I need that raunchy mood. I may be at a low vibe and I need to be raising it. And she got that upbeat music with the messages, but on a different kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta find what works for you, because we not always gonna be level-headed, level-minded. Life happens, shit happens. We go up here to come back down sometimes. But what you always have to remember is who you are, and you will recognize how you raise your vibe, how you can fix how you feel. And most times it's not going outside of yourself, other than to the people that are like-minded. Asking spirit to help you, and they will guide you through that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to start you have to pay attention now. Like, it's like not surface level things that we're talking about. We're talking about things on such a higher level now that you need your brain, your mind, what you're eating. Everything has to be as pure and as from as good as you could get it from Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is who feeds us. Okay? Father God, our higher power, our universe, that's our masculine energy. Our feminine energy is the earth. So we make sure we're taking care of her because she feeds us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you find a way to help the earth as well, even if it's just using your healing power, even if it's just increasing your mind, your third eye, opening up your eyes to what plays us in the world. Because if we don't have a basis of who we are, we can't start to tackle any of the real issues, other issues that we have out here. But first, we got to remember that we humankind. I'm black, I'm a woman, but I'm human first. We don't be paying attention to that. So before we can start tackling, the real other issues, we got to start tackling the fact that we don't pay attention to each other's humanity. And we take people down to different levels that they don't need to be on. But that also be something that we do to ourselves, because we align ourselves with people who are not for us. We're not paying attention to the alignment for the assignment. If the things that you're doing and the people you're around are not in alignment with your soul, then you will not be doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's just how it goes. And then instead of going 10 steps ahead, you'll be taking 10 steps back, and then you'll be at a standpoint stagnated. And here in your heart, mind, body, and soul will not be meeting up. It's very important to pay attention to the intricate details of life, of yourself. Okay, always being in alignment, even on the days when you got a little funky, little placement in yourself. You might be a little sad, might have to feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay, that's when you do things to help raise that vibration. You may not feel completely 100% at that moment, but you could do things to make yourself feel better. You can talk to people who 555 on the clock. They saying I'm right. Paying attention to your signs and symbols, okay? The synchronicities, because the spirit will talk back to you. They let you know when you're on the right path. I'm trying to tell you, this is not hard, but it's not easy. It's like, it's you want to get out what you put into it. I work every day on myself. I'm constantly working on myself. I'm constantly aligning my brain with what I need to be thinking at that moment, knowing who I am at all times. Never letting myself to fall. My attitude may not be the best at that moment. I check myself. I check myself before you ever have to check me, because I'm constantly paying attention to myself, paying attention to knowing that, I really vibrate on a high level. And I do have people that look up to me. The people check for me. So I make sure that when you check it for me, I'm always on a good level, even on the days when I'm not feeling the best. And I may be, thinking about my mom, or going through some, I'm a mother as well. And some days, like, this mom stuff's not easy when you're a single parent. And I've been a single parent for a very long time. And there's days where it gets really rough, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, moving from a whole one state to a whole nother state, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be maneuvering here, like, where I'm at, finding my way. But some days it'll be a little rough, have a lot more on my plate than most. You know what I'm saying? And some days the shit slips off the plate and I gotta catch it quick. And those days my mood is like rocky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm like water, energy is fluid. It flows. You know what I'm saying? Some days you got the winds crashing, you got the waves crashing, you know what I'm saying? It's not a nice smooth water. Them days, that's when you gotta really hit up your music. Talk to that person that always makes you feel better, that can help raise your vibration. You know what to do. When you start asking yourself what you need, your higher self, the angels, your orishas, your higher power, they will let you know. The more you deal with them, the more they deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? When you let them know you're here to learn, you're here for them, you're here for this. You're here to take your ancestors' lesson to the next step, which is called ascending, getting high, going up there. You know what it takes to go up there? A lot of energy, a lot of rearranging things. Because once we find out we really free in here, once we become free inside, man, you definitely really, really, really something once you realize who you are. You become, there's a word my brain is searching for, but I can't think of it, but like it's, oh my goodness, you become like a threat. That's it, you become a threat to all who do not vibrate on the same level. And it's not like you're doing it on purpose, but what you need to understand is the more you put into here, the more you put into yourself, the more knowledge you get, the more love you give to yourself, it shows. You glow. You got a different glow now. Some people get intimidated by that glow because they know what it is. She loves herself. She's vibing high. People get intimidated by that, and they don't need to, but people fear what they do not understand. And with that, you need to be understanding that and know that people fear what they do not understand. And sometimes you can't even be mad at a motherfucker for being rude or being how they be, because it just be like, I'm a lot of things you just don't even need to put no energy into. You understand what I'm saying? When a person is trying to attack you because they know who you are, because they know you know who you are, and they can't take you off your rocker. So they'll say things to try to hurt you. But when you know who you is, can nobody, not very much a person could really say to you that you can't change. Like, because it's like, yo, you can't call me stupid because I'm not. You can't call me ugly because I'm not. I wake up every day telling myself I'm beautiful. I look in the mirror and I see a beautiful being every single day. You need to do the same. This is why I'm saying the things I'm saying, because I know don't nobody be telling us these things. Don't nobody be telling us some days, we may go through a whole day and not talk to nobody of a like mind. That's why you pop on these videos. There's somebody here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And recognize the fact that each one of us has to press that button on the inside, so that, like, you have to be activated so that you can help activate the next person. They waiting for you. Your ancestors is waiting for you to wake up and get these messages and really let it click. Let this shit sink in. You understand what I'm saying? Because these are years of knowledge and things that we've learned. So with that being said, I'm not gonna stay on here long. My kids just came home. So I want y'all to really be paying attention to the company that you keep. Pay attention to how people make you feel. And if it's surface level stuff you don't be trying to talk about, you want to be digging deeper with, and you don't find nobody, then you need to be realigning yourself with people who are doing the same things as you, thinking the same things as you, because we out here. So I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Later.